changing lives.
Hello and a lovely evening to you, my dear and cherished viewer. The program is Love at Home and we are grateful that you are with us today. It gives me the opportunity, and I'm always glad when it is Tuesday, because I have to see you and you have to see me, then we share our family values and issues together. Thank you so much. On this show, our interest is to always talk about families' issue, the ups, the downs, whatever issues you are going through, to make sure that what God instituted is always upheld to. What are we looking at? We are looking at the love, the bond, good parenting, good strategies to make sure that what plan God made for families are always adhered to. Today is another wonderful day. I am Efia Sewa Bansa, and we have a very interesting topic. Yes, it is. There is the need for us to talk about it. We are looking at distance marriage, love across miles. I'm sure you are wondering why I'm talking about this. In today's era, we see so many families moving or migrating here and there. Sometimes you see a partner leaving another partner in another country or another shore, either to go for external education or sometimes for work commitment. In all this, we still want to marry. We still want to raise children. Are there some challenges associated with this? Can we say we are not doing it? If we say we are doing it, how do we go about it? Are there some strategies that will help us? Even though our love is across miles, we can still enjoy love and make sure the family is intact. This and many more is what we are going to be discussing today on Love at Home. Thank you so much. At this time, call in every member of the family. Let's talk, digest, and discuss this important topic, which is now on us because we are in a globalized world today. On my far left, I have a very beautiful woman. She's a corporate woman. I don't know if I have the right to say she's Mrs. Agri. Mrs. Agri, good evening.
Good evening.
You've been a corporate woman, a mother and a wife.
Yes.
How is it?
Oh, by the grace of God, we are sailing through.
You are sailing through,
yes.
but you have lots of challenges.
Yes.
But in all this, you are doing it.
In all that, God is taking us through.
Yes, you used the right word. It is only God who can do it.
Yes, exactly.
And thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you.
I'm sure you have lots to help us or to share with us today.
Amen.
On my immediate left, I have Pastor Josiah Ando.
Yes.
As usual, I call him the love consultant because he enjoys talking about love.
Yeah, that's true.
How are you?
I'm fine.
I like the way he said that is true. My day has been good. What about you?
It's been good. Stressful. I'm tired, but I'm fine.
Yes. And this is also part.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So thank you so much for coming. Yes, to remind you that on this show, we relearn, unlearn, and then learn, because we want to make sure that our families are always intact and the love God instituted to be in families are always available. Now, we are looking at distance marriage, love across miles. Is it worth discussing it? Let me ask you, Mrs. Agri.
Yes. It is a problem with us today, and we need to deal with it. Because if you sweep it under the carpet, people might not know how to go about their issues, and eventually it will bring divorce and broken homes and whatever. So it is a problem that is emanating in today's world, and we need to seriously discuss and tackle it.
Then, if we say distance marriage or love across miles or borders or territories, what are we talking about?
Okay, when we talk about love across miles or distant marriage, We are talking of couples not living together. That is one definition for it. Let's say you are married, one is living in another area and you're also living in another area. That is one definition for it. The second definition too can be you might be living together, but you are miles apart.
Hey.
Being that maybe due to work pressures or the nature of your work, you might see your partner sometimes like once in a week. So I would define it as distant marriage, because let's say if both run shifts, both the couples run shift
Per their job.
Let's say the man goes to work at night, that is in the night, then the lady too works during the day. So by the time the lady gets home, the man is gone. It becomes very, very difficult meeting. So I would define that one too as distant relationship.
That is not just across borders.
No.
It is across cities.
Yes.
I see. Now, Pastor, what is your view on this?
Yeah, I think I agree with her. You first asked if it was worth discussing. I think there is no better time to discuss it than now. The reason is today the pressures of work, education, and migration. Migration has become very high within the past 3 years. And so it is creating a lot of distance marriages. And the distance marriages, the moment you mention it, what comes to our mind is those in Ghana and their partners are outside
Ghana.
But there is another dimension where there are two people, they are both in Ghana, but one works in Bolgatanga, the other works in Accra. They are in a distance marriage, Kumasi, Accra. There are some who are living within the same city, but they are this. I mean, I know people who say that because of traffic, during the weekdays, I live at so place. I go home only only during the weekend. That is a form of distance marriage. So distance, and of course she's given the scenario of the shift system. That's also a form of distance marriage.
That's a critical issue. It is really critical.
Yeah.
Let me invite you, my lovely viewer, to join us on Facebook, on YouTube, and also you can send in your contributions and questions to 0559680066. Join us on Facebook, on YouTube, share the link, and on WhatsApp 0559680066. Now, what are some common challenges couples face in distance marriages, and how can they overcome it? Let me ask you, Mrs. Agri.
Okay. Distant marriage, there are a lot of challenges associated with it. We have been in for some time and it hasn't been easy. Yeah. One of the problems I would mention has to do with communication and disconnection. Communication and disconnection. You know, because there is no physical presence. All communications are done via either mail, Facebook, WhatsApp, etc. At times, there might be misunderstandings due to our gestures we use in communication. And because of the lack of physical presence, at times it creates physical result. And there's another problem that has to do with insecurities and mistrusts. Because of the distance, people are lonely, and because they are lonely, it creates jealousy and insecurities, and eventually mistrust sets in. Yes, so these are some of the challenges. Yes.
But in as much as I understand there is this point where you say today, because of technology,
yes,
you can talk to somebody via online. You see the person's face. You do all that.
Yes.
Is it still not enough? I'm still on you, Mrs.
Yes. There's another point too.
So I'm bringing you another point.
Yes. Intimacy.
Okay.
Lack of intimacy is also
sexual intimacy.
Not only sexual, sexual, emotional, everything.
Okay.
Yes. Now, let's say my love language is physical touch. Physical touch. How do I resolve this issue using distance relationship? I would be frustrated at some point, because let's say I cherish my partner touching me, giving me kisses, hugs, etc. Then how can I use the media or the WhatsApp and whatever to satisfy this need? So it's a challenge, even though that one is there, but it's still a challenge. Yes, it's not enough.
Love consultants, please, you can come in now, because I could see that you were eager to come in.
Well, all right, that's fine. Yes, so I think she's mentioned basically almost every challenge that relates with it. You know, the issue of communication, the issue of conflict resolution, trust, and intimacy. But one last thing that I'll mention, even though it doesn't mean I am excusing it, is infidelity.
Yes.
Infidelity is one of the main issues affecting distance marriages. Now, and when I talk about infidelity, I'm not talking about only sexual infidelity. I'm talking about various types of infidelity. And it is because of the distance that has been created. The Bible says that it is not good for the man to be alone. In fact, that was why God made marriage. And so marriage is made for companionship. So if these two people who go into an institution that is meant to bring two people together are rather living apart, there will definitely be challenges. That companionship will not be there. They will not be able to build it to the optimum. So yes, the ideal marriage is one in which the couple live together. That's the ideal. But because of our situation today, work, education, migration, these are the three main things. They have led to the existence of distance marriages, and these challenges keep on erupting. And I mentioned infidelity because you see, we have this need for other people. It is actually a need of every normal human being. And so when you don't get it, you tend to want to seek it elsewhere. And that is why I say it is one of the major challenges.
Now, so we will come to, we will address the challenges. But for now, I want to see, has there been any way where, for example, distance marriage has become a strength in a marriage? I mean, a positive one in marriage?
Yes.
Okay.
Distance marriage can be positive because there are certain factors that needs to be addressed, and when it's addressed very well, it will become positive. One, let's say you build strong communication. You know that time is limited. So every little time or every little opportunity you get, ensure you build a strong communication. Ensure each one is being heard. Not just one person communicate. It's not a one-sided something. It comes from both, and the conversations should be quality. Quality conversations. Now, there's another thing we need to talk about in building the strong communication, strong distance relationship. It also enhances trust.
Okay.
Trust.
If you're able to do it well.
If you're able to, because trust is one of the fundamentals of distance relationship. And you need to trust your partner. With distance, trust is the underlying line, because the person is not with you. So you might be tempted to be insecure because you might not know what the person is doing at the other end of the wire. Now, with this one, you are able to build the trust, and by so doing, it would help in your relationship because the trust has been built. Once it's a fundamental, that's the foundation. Once the foundation is there, then you are building on something better. You are building on something better. There's another thing we also need to look at. It gives you independence. Now, we have personal goals, aspirations, interests, and other things. Once my partner is not with me, I have this independence. I need to build my personal goals. I need to build my interests. I need to build my friends.
Your network.
My network.
Okay.
By so doing, I would be confident and fulfilled.
Okay.
My partner too will be confident and fulfilled. And we will build a strong partnership.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that point. Yeah, Pastor.
Yes.
Please add your own.
So,
I ask you the next question.
So let me pick it up from that point of independence. You know, when we are married, we become interdependent. But some of us overdo it. I mean, somebody can literally not be able to live without the wife for a week. Some without their husbands for a month. I mean, because literally it's like, okay, if I have to change a bulb, it has to be the person who has to do, you know, and all that. But the moment there's a distance, you're able to discover yourself in some of these things. So yes, that is the issue. But there's another element which is very human. I mean, we say that familiarity breeds contempt. And so when you are with somebody for, I mean, the whole time, like I said, ideally that is marriage. Marriage is the two people being together. But when you continuously stay with somebody for a long time, every morning you wake up, that's his face. Every evening you are going to bed, that's her face. You know, every time for the past 20 years, you've been waking up to seeing this person every day. The person becomes so ordinary. And so, I mean, of course, if couples do not work on that, their marriages become stagnant. But the distance is able to create some form of renewal. So that when you miss each other, you see each other and it becomes new. You know, so that is one of the strengths of distance marriages.
Oh, the way you've enumerated it is making it more funny and interesting at the same time.
Yes, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, because you see, when she was talking about the positives, being independent and all that, then it's like, oh, after all, it's not too bad.
Yeah, the truth is that when being together, it doesn't mean that being together, I mean, doesn't have these advantages. It has them. But the issue is that when it is in a distance, the issue of trust, for example, when you have distance marriages, the truth is the possibility of it breeding mistrust is higher than the possibility of it building trust. The truth, actually, I think, is that for a distance marriage to be able to help strengthen trust, then there should be enough trust to begin with.
Yes, that's why she's talked about the
foundation. Exactly. There should be enough trust to begin with. You trust each other so much, and then you are building on communication. Open. Maybe I'm sure the discussion will take us there. When you communicate well enough, I mean, you literally run your day by each other, even though you are away. The trust will be strong.
Yes.
And that is the point.
Okay. Now, Pastor, how can couples maintain intimacy and emotional connection despite physical connection, distance?
All right. All right, thank you. So once we talk about intimacy, we are talking about the connection. And the very first level of intimacy is the physical intimacy, which in this case, you cannot have it to the optimal. You can have aspects of it. At least the site today, technology has brought video calls. I mean, people who did distance marriage some 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, they suffered though.
Yes, they suffered.
Yeah,
So once in a while, your husband will snap a picture, post it through the post office.
Yes.
It will come lie in the post office. You see it several months later and all that. That was a form of building physical intimacy. So the person snaps a picture, sends it to you, and then you see. Today, the person can just send you a selfie. This morning, this is how I looked. And then send it to you. Today we have video calls. So there is that level of physical intimacy. But of course, physical intimacy includes the element of not only sight, but also touch. That is completely missing. I mean, we can't do anything about it. Technology hasn't given us that yet. And I don't know if anybody has started thinking about that in terms of technology.
I'm sure somebody has heard you and he will.
Well, those who are, they should pay royalties to me. Then. All right. Then we can talk about the emotional connection. And for me, that is very, very important if you are in a distance marriage. You can't have the physical intimacy. So you should very well try to build on the emotional intimacy. And that is done through open communication, where you tend to kind of let your partner know everything in you. You tell everything. Oh, I've seen this, I'm scared, I'm this. Open communication. Feel vulnerable. I mean, don't be scared to be vulnerable. Let a person know your fears. Let a person know how you feel about issues. And that can actually connect you, perhaps even better than couples who are living together. So once we do this, we can actually help to build intimacy.
My lovely viewer, we are discussing distance marriage, love across miles. Let's go for a quick break. When we come back, we continue with the discussion. But I'm inviting you to call in, ask your friends to join, share the link. We are discussing distance marriage across miles. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen in Christ, get ready for the ultimate test of biblical knowledge, faith, and quick thinking. It is the grand finale of the National Bible Bee on Sunday, October 19, 2025 at 2 p.m. sharp. The Apostolic Church Ghana, Kaneshie District, Nyekoko Clinic will be the battleground for the epic showdown of powers. In one corner, we have the Methodist Church of Ghana, and in the other corner, the Deeper Life Bible Church. But that's not all, folks. The excitement doubles as we all also witness the fierce competition for third and fourth place between the Seventh-day Adventist Church and the Apostolic Church Ghana. This is more than just a quiz. It is a celebration of God's Word, a testament to the power of knowledge, and a unifying event for all Christians. Mark your calendar, set your alarms, and bring your family and friends. October 19, 2 p.m., Apostolic Church Ghana, Kaneshie District. The National Bible Bee finale, where faith meets knowledge and everyone leaves a winner.
Guys, I welcome you all to Gospel 101 TV show. My name is Selassie Evelyn, and I'm thrilled to be your guide on this uplifting journey into the heart of gospel music and inspiration. What you made ye yede ekuko down. Get ready for a television show that will challenge, uplift, and remind you of the incredible power of God. The show will boss yet the life-changing stories.
We are not going to marry when we go to heaven. It is very true. But if we are not careful, our bonnet will cry.
Good music videos. So tell a friend to tell another friend, say, Gospel 101 Jumedieno has come. It is not just a show, it is going to be an experience.
Gospel 101, showing this and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. right here on Hope TV.
Hello, thank you so much, my lovely viewer. We are so grateful that you waited on us. You are watching Love at Home on Hope Channel Ghana, and we are discussing distance marriage, love across miles. We've talked at length, but we have lots of things to talk about. So if you have just joined us, you are not late. But remember to invite and call in your friends for this very important topic. You can join the discussion on Facebook and also share your contributions to 0559680066. Now, Pastor, I am still concerned about communication and trust. So what communication strategies are essential in this regard?
All right, thank you very much. I think that communication, I mean, whether in a distance marriage or in a marriage that is practiced, is important.
Face-to-face.
It's important. The truth is that without communication, we do not have a relationship.
Okay.
So we need it. But then the moment you have a distance marriage, it becomes much more important because the only thing that links you is a communication channel. That's the only thing that links you. You know, people who are living together, a husband can go for work. We talk against it though. We are not saying it's the best. A husband or a wife can go to work. They don't hear from each other
the whole day,
but they know that he will come back in the evening, and then he comes back, and then we see each other, we welcome each other, how it was work was fine, and all that. So even when there is no communication, that understanding is there. But when you are apart, when your love is separated by miles, your connection to your partner is your communication gadget. In this case, we are talking about the mobile phone. I mean, that is what we use today. Those days, maybe it will be the letters and all that. But today, your communication is the phone. So you have to make sure you use it and do it well. So what are some of the strategies? And I heard you trying to link it with trust, because without adequate communication, trust can be, destroyed.
Yeah.
So it is about, and I mentioned the word open communication. Another aspect I'll add is transparent communication.
Okay.
So that I allow my partner to know everything that is up with me. For example, I wake up and my partner is not there to see that I am up. So I have to let the person know that, hey, I am up. And if I want to add a spice to it, I am up and I'm thinking about you. I wish you were here, but you are not here, but I still love you. A message to say that, a voice note to say that, is cool. It's the person who wakes up to such a message and it's like, oh, my wife is thinking about me, my husband is thinking about me. That's cool. So it builds some connection. It makes the person get to know what's up with you. I am off to work. I have reached here. I've sent this, I've sent that. You send a picture, you send a video, you send this, you send that. So that even though I am away from you, I can literally follow your routine. I know what is happening to you.
And be part
of what is happening to you. That will not make me even think that you will pass somewhere and do something behind my back. That will build the trust.
Okay.
That is exactly. So the communication should be very open, very transparent, very, you just have to open yourself up and let your partner get to know everything. And it builds a trust well. It helps you to be able to stand on your feet.
From what you are saying, it means that if I am not so much abreast with today's gadgets and my partner is not with me, I'm going to have a challenge.
Quite. Whether your partner, even when your partner is with you, sometimes once you have a handicap,
yes,
it affects you negatively. Definitely. Yeah. So in the 21st century, I don't know who doesn't. Well, no, there are some people who don't.
Yes.
There are some people who don't. But maybe it didn't come out from. I don't know how you can completely be off the advancement in technology and be able to enjoy this world as we have it. You would enjoy it to a certain extent, but you would definitely have a handicap, especially if you are practicing a distance marriage. Why would you practice a distance marriage and not have a smartphone? I know somebody who who, the very day the phone got spoiled, that same day she had to buy a new phone. Because, hey, that is the only way I connect with my husband. And so, whether she has money or not, she had to cough out a new phone. Because the phone is spoiled, and that's the only way I connect. That without it, there's no life.
Exactly.
So people would need to, as it were, to get themselves acquainted with modern technology.
Well, Mrs. Agri, you want to add something else?
Yes.
Okay.
You need to also align your expectations. You know, distance marriage is a two-way affair. Both of you need to be committed to it. Before you go into it, you need to communicate clearly with your partner. Be open, as he said, be honest about it. Now, you need to communicate how regularly you would be communicating on the gadgets. You need to also discuss the medium by which you'll be communicating. And you should also put in place plans, long-term plans. What are your expectations? Now, let's say I'm traveling, my partner is here. So we need to plan. What are the long-term goals? When are we planning to live together? Maybe I'm going in the next 5 years. You would come and join me, or I would be coming back. So you should have all these long-term plans. Another thing too is that you need to set boundaries with the strategies. You need boundaries there. It's everywhere.
So I want you to help me share a boundary in a case that you are talking about.
A boundary in a case is where, let's say, you are supposed to be transparent with your partner, especially you are supposed to discuss every little thing so that he will be in your world.
Big thing.
Yes. But let's say I am in the medical field. I have ethics. There are certain things I can't share with you. So that is a boundary I will set straight away. That I cannot share certain things in my work to you. So maybe in case something comes out and you are bitter about it, I've already discussed that with you. That place is a no-go area. So when it comes out, your partner will not be offended because you had already discussed it.
All right.
You understand?
So it will not be as if you decided to share some information with me, but this part you didn't share
that part.
And so you are hiding something.
Exactly.
All right.
But that doesn't matter whether you're in a distance marriage or not.
Yes.
I mean, we talk about transparency in marriage.
In marriage.
But then, if you are in a certain line of business that you have some ethics, I mean, as a counselor, I don't have to divulge information of my clients to my wife. No, I don't have to. But my wife, there's nothing wrong with my wife knowing that between X time and Y time, I am in a session with a client.
Exactly.
As to what we are discussing, I don't know. I don't mind the ethics of my profession. But my wife should know that I am on set, so she doesn't have to call me. You know, assuming I don't tell her I'm on set and she calls me while I'm on set, that would disrupt. You know, so the truth is that for the boundaries of details of information, that one, whether you are in a distance marriage or not, you need to keep
should be respected. It should be respected. Okay, now, Mrs. Agri, what role does transparency play in distance marriage?
Transparency plays a vital role because, as we mentioned earlier, the fundamentals of distance relationship is based on trust. Now, if we are transparent, it means we are open. We don't keep secrets. Aside from the boundaries we have set for ourselves, we don't keep secrets. Now, if anything comes up, your partner is already aware because you share he's in your world and you are also in his world. Let's say there's an issue comes up and your husband or your partner hears it from outside. It would break the trust that exists between the two of you. So transparency is very, very vital when it comes to trust. So you need to build a strong transparency relationship with your partner in order to build on the trust.
On the trust
Yeah, I mean, my stance on transparency is very strong. I mean, for me, it is key to to
share with us.
Yes, it is key to the success in any form of relationship, not just marriage. If you are with somebody in a business, and the person seems, even if the person is not hiding anything, but from the way you are seeing it, there's something that you are not seeing clearly. You lose trust.
Yeah, very true.
If you are moving with a friend and the friend doesn't want you to see something, you lose trust. You are like, what are you hiding from me? So any relationship will thrive if there is transparency. So in marriage, which an institution that started, that was started by God, the way God planned marriage, he planned it to thrive on transparency. He says both the man and the woman were naked and not ashamed. Between you and your partner, there should not be a secret. Of course, with the possible exception of the your job
ethics and all that.
keeping certain things, but that doesn't even imply that you are keeping a secret. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't tell your husband that I'm going to work.
No.
Your husband should know that you are going to work, so it helps. Recently somebody was murdered. How was the murderer arrested? Because he had told his wife where he was going.
And that is where he went.
And that was where he went and got murdered. And because he had told his wife where he was going, when he wasn't found, that was where they found him. And they were able to arrest the murderer. The truth is that it helps. It protects you. So when you are working with somebody, walking with somebody, moving with somebody, whoever, you need to be transparent as much as possible. Especially when that other person is you. Because in marriage, the two of you are one. So why would you be hiding something about you from you? That is practically
you
impossible.
From you.
Exactly. So you would definitely need to be transparent, and it builds trust. It helps your partner to know that, there's nothing she's hiding from me. There's nothing he's hiding from me. So I can rely on him. I can rely on her on anything, so long as it is humanly possible.
Now, let's look at the issue of maintaining connection. Are there some rituals, some activities that we can do to help couples despite this long distance?
If you are in a distance marriage, it's like we've been talking about distance marriage, as if that is going to be a perpetual. I like the fact that
she got a new definition. Yes.
No, she even mentioned that you need to include, even before you even start that distance, you need to include discussions on when you will finally be together.
Yes.
But let's assume that you don't even have that end in mind yet. You should be able to decide when you will periodically meet physically. Marriage was not designed to be practiced on a distance mode.
Okay.
So if for some reason you are apart, you should make a conscious effort to plan on when you will meet periodically. I know it can be financially draining, but that is the life you chose. So that couples can decide that, yes, I am in this place, and it is because of education, it is because of work, it's because of this. But I am going to plan such that because I am married to you, because we are together, once in a while, maybe once in 6 months, once in 3 months, depending on the frequency that you can plan, we will meet at so place, spend so time, because you are together. You need to be together. So that is very, very important. So that, for me, that is a ritual that everybody who is in a distance marriage should make a conscious effort to put out. And that will really help. And when you get that time, that is where you can put in a lot of activities. So, you don't say that I am living outside Ghana, I come to Ghana, and then you've planned the whole 11 days. 11 days, you have 10 funerals to attend. And that couples should make their husbands, their wives, a priority.
Actually, my next question was going to be, how do you prioritize quality time? Quality time when we decide to have the time.
Yes, because it's limited. You need to prioritize quality over quantity.
All right.
Yes.
I like that.
We need to prioritize quality over quantity. The time is limited.
That is true.
So we don't need to engage in unnecessary conversations. Conversations that will build us. Conversations to help shape our future. Conversations that would help us to pray together. You understand? Because we, as Christians, prayer needs to be key. Now, some couples, as soon as they start chatting or they are on video call, they start talking about unnecessary things, talking about people that are not even necessary in their. So the limited time you have should be quality. Maybe let's say we schedule in a day, we talk for 2 hours. The 2 hours, now you want to know what happened in church on the Saturday. Maybe you might not have enough time to discuss all these things. So it has to be quality. The conversations should be rich. And since it is limited, it is being appreciated. Because every little time you go, if it's quality, it will be appreciated.
I like the way you are stressing. If it is quality, it will be appreciated. No, I think you know something I don't know. The way she's stressing, of course, you disagree.
I agree. You know, what the way she said, you know,
quantity over quality. Quality over quantity.
You know, I understand. And, you know, the moment you asked the question, what came to my mind was that, look, today, fortunately, we have a lot of opportunities around. I mean, you are not together. You've been away from each other for, I mean, whatever number of years. You have planned to meet together. So I am actually not even talking about the phone conversation. I'm still talking about the physical meeting, which we need to put into our distances.
Okay.
When you have decided to meet together, I mean, what will you be doing, or where will you go? So I'm coming to Ghana. I'll come on the 21st and I'll leave on 31st. So when I come, please take the week off from work. Fair enough. I'll take the week off from work. Okay, so on 22nd I'll go to my grandmother. So you drive me there, and then before you realize, the person would have spent all these days, and there will be no time for you as a wife or as a husband. And that is what I'm talking about. So quality time also includes the setting. Where will you be? Will you be at home around other people? How much time can you have? How long can you hug each other, for example? How much time will you have for sexual intimacy, which is also important in marriage? There are resorts around. Decide that, look, the moment I land, you are picking me up at the airport, and I need you to book a resort for the first 3 days. Let's go and be there. After that, I can do other things. No, for me, these are things that couples can actually do. And even though they are in a distance, it will help them a lot.
Yes.
Let me share just, you know, there are some, like we were talking about distance, maybe a week, for a whole week, the person is somewhere. And then they meet only during the weekend. When they meet during the weekend, so the person comes home Friday night, the next morning they go to church, and then they spend the whole day at church, and then Sunday funeral. The moment they finish, the person is going back because work begins again on Monday. There are a lot of these happening, and it is affecting the marriage negatively. Make time, be intentional, do a movie night on Saturday night, do something that will help your family to be able to spend time together. I mean, as a family.
I want us to connect. If there are children, is there any way they are affected?
Yes, the children are affected in the sense that, let's say the children are with one of the partners. The other one, which is away, the responsibility now lies solely on the one the children is with.
To play dual role.
The other partner might do his best, but there are certain instances we need the physical presence of both parents. Let's say the children are with me. At times, I need a man's voice, not on phone, but the presence of the man puts some fear in the children. But once daddy is not around, oh, mommy, dear, she will just back.
They know your weakness.
Yes, they know your weakness. So the children at times are affected.
And they also play you in that regard.
Yes. Once they know both parents are not available, it is tough. But you need to work around it. You need to work around it. Otherwise, the children would turn 6 to 9.
I understand. Yeah, Pastor, you want to share some light on that?
Yeah, so the issue of the children, the truth is that when it comes to parenting, the best is when you have both. I mean, parenting the children. So the moment one is absent, the other would have to play the dual role. But the other side to it is, she's talked about the discipline aspect, but I want to talk about the affective aspect.
Okay.
Like, I mean, a child misses the father sometimes. A child misses the mother sometimes. So you see that because you are not, around, that kind of presence, that kind of, I need a hug from my father, I need a hug from my mother. Sometimes they just need you.
Yes.
That physical presence is not there. I know a family where the children would have to go to the wardrobe just to smell, the clothes.
Of the other partner.
Exactly, because he's not around. So that element is important. You see, there is an ideal, and that is that the family will be such that we have both husband, wife, and then the children together, and we grow together. That is the ideal. But when we don't get it, and this is why we have to try as much as possible to inculcate some elements of physical meetings in our distance marriages.
Mrs. Agri,
Yes.
you brought the issue of independence and interdependence. So I want to give you this question.
Okay.
How can couples balance independence and interdependence in distance marriage?
Okay. In all relationship, dependence and interdependency, it's vital. Now, we all have our private lives. Aside we being couples, we all have our independent life. But notwithstanding that, we are interdependent on each other. So we need to balancing the two. It's very vital. If you are not careful, you might end up favoring one side and leaving the other. And if you are unable to balance it, it will create problems in your relationship. Now, I have my private life. I need to be independent with my personal aspirations, etc. My interests, my friends.
Yeah.
We might have common friends, but at times, let's say we didn't go to the same school. I have my school friends, you also have your school friends. We don't need to merge the two. The fact that I am married to you or you are my partner doesn't mean we should have one friend. You understand me? Now, we also need to depend on our partners too. In some other way. You understand me? Me having friends doesn't mean that I should ignore my partner's
Friends or
interests and depend solely on my friends. I need to merge the two in order for it to be on the same scale, so that one will not outweigh the other.
Pastor?
Yes. All right. So marriage is independent. I think we've talked about the marriage is actually an interdependent relationship, but you need to maintain your individuality. So the balance for me is in the fact that you are married, you are with the person. Now the person is not physically with you. So what it means is that there are certain things that you previously would have depended on the person to do. Not that you can't do it, not that you don't know how to do it, but if she is there, why should I be doing this? I mean, for example, why should I choose the dress I will wear to church when she is there? And she's been doing it from the time we got married till now. If she's not with me, I would have to try to be independent. So one way or another, that was why earlier on, I mean, the issue of, I mean, we mentioned something like one of the strengths of a distance marriage, it makes you to become, to build a certain element of independence. I can, not that I can't change the bulb, but see, he's the one who has been changing the bulb. So, you know, when he was around, every time the bulb is spoiled or we need to change it, even if it is 2 days, he will come and change it. But now he's away. He'll be away for 3 years. So I have to change it one way or another. So I mean, somehow we would have to find a way of, you know, discovering ourselves.
That's great.
Outside of what our partner would have done. And then we do it. Because that is, I mean, what it has become due to the distance that we have. Especially
with partners. For example, if your wife is not there and you are left with children.
Exactly. You have to cook. If you were not the one cooking previously, you have to cook now.
Yes.
You have to go
babysit.
And babysit. You have to pray with them to sleep. Read to them to sleep. These are things that you would have to do.
Ordinarily, you wouldn't have done.
You were not doing. And some people are able to do it even from a distance. However, there's the issue of time zones, for example.
That is true.
All right. So, I mean, I may be away and I can say that, okay, I'm the one who normally prays with the children or who normally, reads bedtime stories to the children. Now I am not there. My partner is there. But because I'm the one who normally does it, they tend to even enjoy mine better. So how should I do it? Do I make my partner irrelevant? No, not necessarily. So this is where we are to work together. Fine, sometimes you can do a video call with the kids and tell them
Pastor, you know, some people even will record to them.
Yes.
You do recordings, then the child will be listening to it.
And for me, that creates another problem. It creates another problem because you tend to be making your partner who is with them irrelevant.
Redundant.
So we should be able to work it out together. Yes, we can do. If the time zone will allow us, why not? We do it together. But if the time zone will not allow us, you kind of try to help your partner who is with the kid to be able to do it for them.
Mrs. Agri, there's a question for you.
Okay.
Somebody is asking if you can give some strategies for resolving conflicts. I'll come to you. There's another question for you. You have a few minutes. So please help us. How will be some of the strategies to help in resolving distance conflicts?
Yes. With distant conflict, you don't need to keep the conflict for a long period of time. You resolve it as when it comes.
Okay.
Immediately.
Okay.
You resolve the issue because the longer it takes, the more deeper the problem becomes. Now, another thing too is that with distance relationship, for instance, if you are not satisfied with anything, voice it out.
Okay.
Let your partner be aware. You don't need to keep things to yourself because the more you keep it to yourself, it breeds hatred for your partner. And when it escalates, that one is like wildfire.
Yeah.
Yes. So you need to address it. And when your partner also voices out
some concerns
or dissatisfactions, you need to acknowledge and work on it immediately.
Okay. All right. Now, Pastor, somebody is asking, with the issue of today's technology and migration and working from home, a person wants to know if you agree if you agree that partners can use sex toys.
Okay, there's a big question. I think that
Pastor, as you'll be using this to wrap up, then you advise us, please. Right, then you close.
I think that this discussion can be tabled for a longer period.
Yes, I think it needs a whole day to discuss this.
But because the person asked, let me say it this way, and let me be very clear. The Bible, especially in terms of sexuality, the Bible makes it it is actually supposed to be inclusive. I mean, with just you and your partner.
Okay.
That is what it is supposed to be. So sex involves a husband and a wife, not a husband and a toy or a wife and a toy. any element of that is masturbation.
Okay.
It is you and yourself having sexual intercourse. You are not doing it with your husband or with your wife. And the moment it is that way, it is actually a lack of self-control. And a Christian should be able to control himself or herself. So the point is that any use, any individual use of any other accessory to aid in sexual satisfaction falls under masturbation.
Okay.
However, there are and this one is not within the context of distance marriage.
Yes, yes.
If a couple together are using an accessory, and when I talk about accessories, it's a wide range of things. It can be lubricant,
yes.
anything. It is an accessory.
Yeah.
If the two of them, in one act involving the two of them, also involve an accessory that the two of them have consented to, that is a different discussion
Level, yes.
on its own.
Yes.
But for one person living alone to use any accessory for sexual satisfaction, it falls under masturbation, and it is a lack of self-control, which the Bible does not advise us to go for.
Wow. Please.
You said my last words. I will say that if distance marriage is not the ideal, so don't go for it. However, if for some reason you have to go for it, then you need to make sure you find a way of navigating the challenges we have outlined. And that the major things that I think you would want to do is make provision to meet physically, also improve on your communication, and I'm sure you'll be able to go through. Thank you.
Mrs. Agri, your final word.
Distance marriage, as he mentioned, is not ideal, but due to circumstances, it might arise. When it arises, one, we need to pray about it. We need to discuss, have a thorough discussion, in-depth discussion about it before we go into it. Now, it takes both parties to make it work. Once you are in it, you should make up your mind you will let it work out. And once you make your mind it will work out, you would need to see to it that it would go to an end.
All too soon, our time is up. When we make our minds that we want to make it work, it surely would work. Until same time next week when we come into your homes again with another interesting topic, we discussed distance marriage, love across miles. They've shared lots of strategies that we can apply. If you are far away, it is not too bad. There are lots of things you can do. Visit our videos and share, and let's continue discussing this more. Good night. Bye-bye.